Hey guys, welcome back to Paradise. So as you know, we've been having some truck issues, so today we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. So we're in town now, so if it's noisy, that's why. We read through a lot of your comments, and a lot of people said that we should just go to auto parts store and have them check our battery. So we looked into that, and so that's what we are doing today. So, and then we also researched a little bit, and I'll said a lot of the places actually have a machine that can check your starter and your alternator as well. And you don't even have to take it off of your vehicle. So we're gonna go get all that stuff checked out today. So just stick with us, and we'll see what we can figure out. So I just got out of AutoZone, and apparently their machine is broken or something. So they were able to check the battery at least, and they said the battery is good. So there's another place down the street, I think it's, there's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. So we're gonna go check out them and see if they have a machine that will test it for us. All right, so on our way to O'Reilly's Auto Parts, we actually found an Advanced Auto Parts along the way. So we stopped by them and seen if they had their machine that could check it all. And they did. So they, thanks vehicle. So they checked it for us, and so they actually give you like a nice little printout of like all the information. So that was awesome, so we could actually figure out what's going on. But the gentleman that was helping us was less than experienced, so I'm not sure if he actually did it correctly or not. He couldn't really decipher what this means either, so we were trying to figure that out. So it just goes the battery, the alternator, and the starter. And so it just says for the battery that there's a charge required, so it must have been a little low. But then it says the starter has low cranking amps, so we don't know if that has to do with the battery being low or not. He couldn't tell us, so okay. And then it says the alternator is good, no problems found. So we're gonna go on to our next place and see what O'Reilly's has to say. All right, guys, it's been a long, hot day so far. We're still sitting and baking in the city. We just got out of O'Reilly's Auto Parts, and the gentleman came out and helped us, and they had their machine that did all three. And theirs does not come with the paper though, so he just tells us what the machine says, and his machine says everything's good. So battery's good, alternator's good, and starter's good. So
this has been interesting.
This is nobody can tell us exactly what's wrong. So we've been doing some research though and reading that sometimes the battery reads good even though it's not good. Like it just doesn't have enough to crank it. So some of the cells might be going bad, but their tester doesn't tell you if the cells are going bad. It just says good or bad. And the battery still reads good, but it might be bad considering it's a little older. So now we're in the same spot we were to begin with. So we're gonna start diagnosis.
The lesson learned though is that if you go to auto parts stores and you get the test done, well, first off, Advanced Auto Parts does have like the best, since they give you like all this information, as you can see, all that information that you can look at. But the fact that we got 3 different results, I don't know. I mean, I know you could say, well, maybe it's the battery and that's the results. But at the same time, I think that could confuse some people and get them to buy stuff. Yeah. Like say the alternator said it, indicates that if there's a problem, then you buy something for that, and that's not what it is. So I'd say, yeah, maybe to watch out for that when you take it to these auto stores, because, and then we were a little concerned that when we went to Advance that it wasn't done right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely not the mechanical expert, but the guy definitely was very like confused and nervous, and so we're not sure. But yeah, just a heads up that you might not, you still got to kind of think this through.
Yeah. So we might go back again and see if we can get another person to do the test and then compare, and then we'll go from there. So we're slowly diagnosing this, but thanks for all your comments and everything. It's been good to read through, and we've been learning a lot. So so far that's what we got. The truck's been starting, but we've been using it every day. We've been having to sit in the city in the 100-degree heat, so we're ready to leave.
So I don't know. We're not sure what we're gonna do. We're thinking like, do we get a new battery? We kind of want to do that, because fine, we'll get a battery. Ours is getting old, no problem. But the only thing I'm a little afraid of is like putting a new battery in, and then it's a different issue, and that will confuse us. So it's like, do we put it in now? Do we wait?
Yeah, we've been reading a lot about this parasitic draw. I think that's what it's called. But so it might be drawing from the battery, and that's kind of killing it. So we don't want to put a new battery in, and then it just keeps killing it. So then there's no point in putting a new battery in if it's gonna die later on anyway.
Yeah.
So we want to actually solve the issue and then change the battery.
Right.
So that's where we're at right now.
We had looked at fuses before and they were fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but there apparently are some other tests we can do to look for the parasitic draw. So we're thinking about whether or not we can do that.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do a couple tests on like that and maybe the alternator just to be sure.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there and yeah, whatever.
But yeah, that's our update from now, guys. Thanks again for all the information. It's been great. We've been learning a lot.
Yeah.
We're just ready to get out of the city though, so.
Oh yeah.
Done with the heat. But
yeah.
anyways, guys, we'll keep you up to date and talk to you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.